the Aam Aadmi Party factor in itself ahead of Gujarat elections. The BJP, of course, comes out to claim that, look, this is just another rerun, another twisting of the narrative on part of the Aam Aadmi Party since Gujarat elections have gone by. Now, this is another set of counter allegations being leveled by the Aam Aadmi Party as the BJP is maintaining. But viewers, to quickly put this in perspective, as per the CBI official note, remember they've said that Manish Sisodia remained evasive and non-cooperative. But let's quickly tell you what we're picking up as per sources with regards to what may have transpired through those 8 hours of questioning that took place, which began in the morning today. If we talk about several details coming to light, remember over 170 phones and SIM cards were changed, destroyed by suspects. This, the CBI, remember earlier on, has gone on to maintain were SIM cards and phones which were procured under the name of someone else and used by the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia as well. So he changed and destroyed 7 phones during the probe, and that's exactly why the CBI had to question him. They put out those questions. CBI, though, maintains most importantly that Manish Sisodia remained evasive and non-cooperative all throughout. So that's one angle that the CBI perhaps looked at. Remained non-cooperative during questioning is what the CBI maintains. As per the official press release of the CBI, goes on to speak of how he was last questioned by the probe agency, remember, October last year, and that's where the CBI took on from. The CBI also speaks of the kind of statements that it has managed to gather these last 8 months, and based on those documents and statements, Manish Sisodia today was questioned by the CBI officials, and he could not answer about the 100 crore kickback from the South Group as well. Remember, the South Group is also very, very key to the ongoing investigations, because CBI claims meetings took place in the national capital and in Hyderabad, and Manish Sisodia allegedly was in the know-how of all of those meetings that went on for the longest time. Let me quickly take in a word from Huda Zariwala, also joining us this evening. Ms. Zariwala, what do you make first up of this big arrest that has taken place on part of the CBI? CBI has arrested Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. We've been putting out several reactions coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party. They go on to call it political vendetta. But as per the CBI, Manish Sisodia, through those 8 hours of interrogation, remained evasive and non-cooperative.
Well, good evening. I would like to begin today by quoting a share which is extremely appropriate and apt for the situation today. सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है, सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है, देखना ये जोर कितना बाजुए कातिल में है. Basically, this is nothing but a dirty act by the BJP. This is nothing but true political vendetta by the BJP. There has been absolutely no corruption alleged against Manish Sisodia ji, despite several attempts of trying to frame him, of trying to put him behind bars. There was no charge, there was nothing against him mentioned in the charge sheet. So what are we even talking about? I mean, why these dirty politics? Why now, when already Dr. Satyendra Jain, again, nothing has been proven against him? Manish Sisodia ji, this is a gentleman who has changed the entire political narrative as far as the education policy of Delhi is concerned. This is a person who has changed, framed and made the future of the children of Delhi. We are talking about Manish Sisodia ji, an individual par excellence. His education model of Delhi is universally accepted. So why does the BJP not admit that they are not going to win the political mandate of the people, especially in Delhi and now in Punjab?
There's no merit to CBI's ongoing investigation. CBI has come out so far. Now remains to be seen what it will put out before the court, because that's going to take place tomorrow, and that's not very far away. We're just few hours away from when we'll see this battle reach the CBI court in the national capital. Let me quickly welcome the entire panel joining us on this very special debate. We have national spokesperson of the BJP, Sanju Verma, along with the senior editor Swaraja Tushar Gupta. Of course, Ms. Huda Zariwala has already given her opening remarks. Political analyst Pani Bhushan and political analyst Sanjeev Kaushik with us, completing the panel. I want to begin by taking this across to Sanju Verma, because she has once again, I'm talking about Ms. Huda, has once again leveled all of those allegations against the BJP, calling it political vendetta. And Ms. Sanju Verma, so far of the several Aam Aadmi Party voices we've picked up, we've put out on our televisions, all of them go on to say that the BJP is rattled, something that we'd heard back then as well in the month of October when Manish Sisodia was first questioned in the case by CBI. Ms. Sanju Verma.
Thank you, Kripswin. I just want to start with a शायरी myself, since Huda Zariwala did that. यहाँ तहजीब भी बिकती है, यहाँ फरमान भी बिकते हैं. यहाँ तहजीब भी बिकती है, यहाँ फरमान भी बिकते हैं. तुम अपना दाम तो बोलो, तुम अपना दाम तो बोलो, यहाँ अरमान भी बिकते हैं. And Manish Sisodia, Arvind Kejriwal and company have completely, इन्होंने जो दिल्ली की जनता ने इनको इतना भरपूर बहुमत दिया था, that massive mandate, आपने सबके अरमानों को पानी के नीचे उतार दिया. Now let me, going beyond the शायरी, let me come to the basic facts. The charge sheet by CBI was filed in September and October of 2022. And I'm talking of all the 15 or 16 odd accused, including accused number 1, Manish Sisodia. After a CBI probe was ordered by the Delhi LG, Mr. V.K. Saxena, in July 2022, and Mr. Saxena, the LG ordered the probe not at the behest of Narendra Modi or Amit Shah, what you will. The probe was ordered on the behalf of a report filed with the LG by the Chief Secretary of Delhi, Mr. Naresh Kumar. So first and foremost, don't make this investigation about BJP versus Aam Aadmi Party. But since you've made it BJP versus Aam Aadmi Party, I just want to ask a couple of questions. Section 7 and Section 9 of the Prevention of Corruption Act, this is the charge that has been leveled against Manish Sisodia. Section 120B pertaining to criminal conspiracy, that is the second charge leveled against him. And of course, Section 477A with respect to falsification of accounts, and most importantly, the money laundering charge as per the PMLA Act of 2002 and 2005. My simple question is this: were funds diverted by Manish Sisodia to spend on Goa polls? Did Manish Sisodia act in a manner which gave a competitive advantage to a certain liquor mafia? Was there a loss of more than 9,000 crores to the Delhi Exchequer when you actually said that there will be a profit of more than 9,000 crore? Was 144 crore waived off to the friends of Manish Sisodia, resulting in a pecuniary advantage to Manish Sisodia? Please answer these questions. Don't be generic, don't be vague,
Sanju Verma,
don't start whining.
all those questions, by the way, are coming out of the chart sheet directly. So these are not questions, Ms. Huda Zariwala, that the BJP is perhaps framing. These are questions that the probe agencies are trying to get to the bottom of. But let me quickly go across to my colleague Priya, because we're only going by facts, Priya. So let's quickly break down details of what the CBI official press note states on why Manish Sisodia has perhaps been arrested.
Right now, this is the first time that our viewers are going to get to know about the official statement that has been put out by the CBI after arresting Manish Sisodia, who was arrested after over 8 hours of questioning by the Central Investigation Agency. After basic preliminary details of how and why he has been arrested, let me just go straight across to the operative part of this note, and that is this part. They say that we had issued a summon to him earlier as well. Remember, this is the second time that Sisodia has been called for questioning. He was called last year in October as well. CBI says that because he was evasive around questions that were asked to him in October, that is why he was summoned again. When he requested for additional time, and then he was summoned today. Accepting his request, he was issued a notice for attending the investigation today for answering various questions evaded by him during his examination on 17th of October 2022. Further questions related to his incriminating role based on evidence collected during investigation of the case. However, he gave evasive replies, did not cooperate with the investigation despite being confronted with evidence to the contrary. Therefore, he was arrested. And while I am at it, some of the evidence that he was confronted with also includes the statement that was made by Manish Sisodia's then Personal Secretary C. Arvind. And if I could quote from the ED supplementary charge sheet where they have put forward C. Arvind's statement, this is what it says. As disclosed by C. Arvind in his statement dated 7th of December, GOM report was given to him in the middle of March when he was called by Manish Sisodia to the residence of Arvind Kejriwal, where Satyendra Jain was also present. The conspiracy of the GOM to give wholesale business to private entities and fix 12% margin. Why this 12% is important is because 6% of this 12% is going to go as kickbacks.
Yes.
CM was also present. the conspiracy of the GM to give this whole business for 12% margin is clear from the statement of C.
So this
Arvind.
tells us, Priya, this essentially sums it up nice and proper that C. Arvind is, in as many words, has told the CBI that yes, the profit margin for wholesalers was increased from 6% to 12%, and that's something that Manish Sisodia was also questioned on and perhaps remained evasive and was non-cooperative, and that's why he's been arrested by the CBI. Let me quickly take it across to Sanjeev Kaushik as well. Sanjeev Kaushik जी, क्या कहेंगे? काफी सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स, स्टेटमेंट्स, उन सबको सामने रख के मनीष सिसोदिया को क्वेश्चन किया। 8 घंटे तक उनकी क्वेश्चनिंग चली और हम आपको डिटेल्स अभी सामने आपके रख रहे हैं कि क्या ऐसा हुआ होगा या क्या ऐसा पूछा गया होगा जिसका जवाब सीबीआई को नहीं मिला और मनीष सिसोदिया की गिरफ्तारी हुई।
देखिए, निश्चित तौर पे भ्रष्टाचारियों के लिए जगह जेल में ही होनी चाहिए, लेकिन क्या वाकई मनीष सिसोदिया भ्रष्टाचारी है? उन पे जो कार्रवाई हो रही है वो भ्रष्टाचारी पे कार्रवाई हो रही है या पूर्वाग्रह से ग्रसित होकर कार्रवाई हो रही है? भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जो कार्यशैली रही है निश्चित तौर पे संदेह के घेरे में रही है, चाहे वो ईडी का इस्तेमाल हो, सीबीआई का इस्तेमाल हो। जब आप कन्विक्शन रेट निकाल के देखती हैं तो बनिस्बत पिछले सरकारों का इन्होंने बेजा जितना इस्तेमाल किया है अपने विपक्षी पार्टियों को घेरने के लिए, वो साफ दिखाई देता है। मैं सिर्फ ये कह रहा हूँ कि जिस समय से इन लोगों ने, चूंकि लोग ये अंत में जाके फैसला इसका होता है लोकतंत्र की अदालत में और जनता के बीच में। सीधी सी बात, आप आरोप लगाएं, आप केंद्र में हैं, आपके साथ हाथ में बहुत सारी संवैधानिक संस्थाएं हैं जिसका आप बेजा इस्तेमाल करती हैं। यदि ये बात जो आप कह रही हैं या ये जो आरोप लगा रहे हैं, यदि लोगों को इस बात पे सच्चाई दिखाई देती तो लोग ने पिछले 3 महीने 4 महीने पहले जिस तरह से लगातार रोज शाम में बैठ करके ये कभी स्टिंग ऑपरेशन, कभी किसी और की गिरफ्तारी, कभी जेल में कुछ, कभी बाहर कुछ, कभी मनीष सिसोदिया की
ये तो कोई भाजपा के नेता नहीं है ना कौशिक साहब जिन्होंने ये डिस्क्लोजर किया है या ये जो इंफॉर्मेशन है ये सीबीआई के सामने रखी है। उनके खुद के खास हैं जो पूरे एक्साइज पॉलिसी को लेके उनको सारी खबर थी, उनको सब पता था क्या था। उन्होंने मनीष सिसोदिया का नाम लिया है, उन्होंने अरविंद केजरीवाल का नाम लिया है कि वो भी इस मीटिंग का हिस्सा थे और उन्होंने ही बोला है कि जो प्रॉफिट मार्जिन है होलसेलर्स का वो 6% से 12% में बदला गया था। तो ये सवाल उठता है और बाकायदा उठता है कि ये बदलाव क्यों हुआ। आई एम स्टैंडिंग बाय फॉर movement also that's taking place outside Manish Sisodia's residence, so we'll cut across live any minute, but quickly coming in and going across to Huda Zarewala as well because she wanted to come in on these allegations. We're also being told that the CBI also wanted to perhaps unearth what is it that happened with regards to the first draft of the excise policy, Ms. Zarewala. Why were changes made to the first draft? And by the way, again reiterating, Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia was in the know-how of all of these changes. Why was it done to benefit a certain liquor mafia?
We need to understand that the CBI at this point in time is acting on the behest of the central government. It is not acting as an independent entity on its own right
Ms.
now.
Zariwala, one factual rebuttal on the 144 crore waiver, on the illegal tender, one factual rebuttal, the only reply that's coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party, talk about Atishi, talk about Saurabh Bhardwaj, talk about anybody is political vendetta, the BJP is rattled, so on and so forth. What about everything that the CBI is trying to put out? Why are the charge sheets? Why are the arrests it has made?
But it's not been proven as yet. The CBI does not hold authority to call a
Zariwala, I'm going to
decision
have to
on the
interrupt
matter.
you there. Kejriwal and Bhagwant Mann, both of them addressing the media. Let's cut across live.
सिसोदिया जी को फंसा के उनको गिरफ्तार किया गया है। मनीष जी एक ईमानदार, देशभक्त और साहसी व्यक्ति हैं जो 24 घंटे देश की सेवा में लगे रहते हैं। पूरा देश देख रहा है कि किस तरह से उन्होंने गरीबों के बच्चों को अच्छा भविष्य देने के लिए उन्हें अच्छी शिक्षा देना शुरू किया था। पिछले 75 साल में शायद ये पहला शख्स है जिसने हर गरीब के घर में एक उम्मीद जताई थी। रिक्शे वाला, मजदूर, किसान, गरीब आदमी कि उसका बच्चा भी बड़ा हो के उसको अच्छा भविष्य मिल सकता है। सरकारी स्कूलों का कायाकल्प किया था। एक शरीफ आदमी है मनीष, उनको आज इन्होंने गिरफ्तार कर लिया। तो हम देख रहे हैं किस तरह से पूरे देश के अंदर शरीफों को, देशभक्तों को, अच्छे लोगों को, ईमानदार लोगों को तो पकड़ पकड़ के जेल में डाल रहे हैं, और जिन लोगों ने अरबों खरबों लूट लिए बैंकों के और इनके, वो इनके दोस्त हैं, उनके खिलाफ कोई एक्शन नहीं होता, वो खुलेआम घूम रहे हैं। उनको नोटिस देने की भी हिम्मत नहीं है लोगों की, क्योंकि वो इनके दोस्त हैं। पूरा देश देख रहा है, लोग देख रहे हैं, और लोग ही इसका जवाब देंगे। मैं और मान साहब अभी उनकी वाइफ से मिलके आ रहे हैं। उनकी वाइफ को काफ़ी सीरियस बीमारी है, मल्टीपल स्क्लेरोसिस, जिसमें ब्रेन जो है वो धीरे धीरे, ब्रेन का कंट्रोल बॉडी के ऊपर ख़त्म होता जाता है। मनीष के जो बेटे हैं वो अभी बाहर पढ़ रहे हैं, तो उनके घर में अकेली हैं वो, और मनीष जी उनका ख्याल रखा करते थे। पर हमने उनको सांत्वना दी है कि चिंता करने की बात नहीं है, आपके पति बहुत साहसी हैं, देश के लिए लड़ रहे हैं, देश को, पूरे देश को मनीष जी के ऊपर गर्व है, और हम सब एक परिवार की तरह हैं और सब उनका ख्याल रखेंगे। एक मिनट।
देश के एक क्रांतिकारी शिक्षा मंत्री के तौर पर जाने जाते, और आप ही के भाईचारे से एक पत्रकार होते हुए अपना सारा कैरियर छोड़कर आम आदमी पार्टी के फाउंडर मेंबर मनीष सिसोदिया जी को आज इन्होंने एक झूठे केस में गिरफ्तार किया है। मैं कहूँगा ये मनीष सिसोदिया की गिरफ्तारी नहीं है, लाखों बच्चों के भविष्य की और उनकी उच्च शिक्षा की अवमानना है। क्योंकि स्कूलों में अक्सर लिखा रहता है, अगर आप छोटों के लिए स्कूल बना दोगे तो बड़ों के लिए जेल बनाने नहीं पड़ेंगे, लेकिन स्कूल बनाने वाले को जेल भेजना ये सिर्फ बीजेपी का एजेंडा ही हो सकता है। वो नहीं चाहते कि देश शिक्षित हो, वो नहीं चाहते कि देश के लोग, युवा उच्च स्तरीय जो शिक्षा है वो देश में ही लें, क्योंकि उनको पता है कि अगर वो पढ़ गए वो सोचने लगेंगे तो जो हमारा नफरत का एजेंडा है उसको समझने लगेंगे, फिर हमें वोट कौन डालेगा। इसलिए आज जो मनीष सिसोदिया जी को सीबीआई ने गिरफ्तार किया है झूठे केस में, सख्त शब्दों में निंदा करते हैं हम। और ये अकेला मनीष जी को नहीं, पूरे देश में कोई भी देश के लिए बोलेगा, कोई भी इनके खिलाफ, तो अगर एक कोई किसी कॉमेडियन ने कमेंट कर दिया था उसको भी पकड़ लिया था। तो मतलब ये नहीं चाहते कि हमारी मर्जी के बिना कुछ हो। लोकतंत्र में ऐसा संभव नहीं है। हमारा देश एक गुलदस्ता है, तरह तरह के फूल हैं, हर फूल का अपना रंग है, हर फूल की अपनी खुशबू है, लेकिन ऐसा करके बीजेपी जो है वो डराना चाहती है, हमारी टीम को तोड़ना चाहती है कि ये इनकी टीम आम आदमी पार्टी की बहुत अच्छी बन गई है। ये गुजरात में भी गए, वहाँ 13% वोट लेके आए। ये पूरे देश में जाते हैं और हमारे बारे में बोलते हैं। अंदर किसको होना चाहिए था? अंदर होना चाहिए था जो LIC खा गए, जो बैंकों का पैसा खा गए, जिनके बारे में पूरी दुनिया में चर्चा हो रही है, अंदर उनको जाना चाहिए था। लेकिन वो खुले में घूम रहे हैं और जहाजों में जो है वो ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, और देश में स्कूल खोलने वालों को और दिल्ली का बजट 24,000 करोड़ से 72-75,000 करोड़ तक लेके जाने वालों को, देश की, दिल्ली की तरक्की कराने वालों को कह रहे हैं जेल में भेजेंगे। तो ये बहुत ही कायरतापूर्ण कदम है। आम आदमी पार्टी डरने वाली नहीं है। हमारी पार्टी एंटी करप्शन मूवमेंट से निकली है, रामलीला ग्राउंड से निकली है। हम किसी और पार्टी से निकाले हुए या छोड़कर आए हुए वो वैसे पॉलिटिशियनों की पार्टी नहीं है। हम लोग अलग अलग फील्ड से आए हैं। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी एक इनकम टैक्स कमिश्नर थे, मनीष जी बहुत बड़े पत्रकार थे, मैं एक फेमस आर्टिस्ट था, कोई वकील था, कोई हम में से कोई टीचर था, तो कोई सोशल वर्कर था। तो आम आदमी पार्टी में हर समाज का हर वर्ग है। तो इसका जबरदस्त हम विरोध भी करेंगे, लेकिन डरा लें जितना इन्होंने डराना है, बाज उतना ही ऊपर उड़ता है जितनी हवा उसके विरुद्ध होती है।
दो चीजें बीजेपी कह रही है,
उनको कहने दीजिए।
Mr. Kejriwal, BJP is saying that you are playing the victim's card.
बस get.
I'm not talking about it.
So there you heard it from both the Punjab Chief Minister as well as the Delhi Chief Minister calling Manish Sisodia an honest patriot and once again levelling those charges against the BJP. Before I take it across to Sanju Verma to take in a comment on the charges that have just been levelled, I also want to bring in Tushar Gupta. Tushar Gupta, what do you make of this entire scenario? Because once again you have the Aam Aadmi Party playing the victim card. Also saying that Adani ke saath yari, Sisodia ki giraftari, so those kind of sly jibes being taken by the Aam Aadmi Party.
Prithvi, they've been doing it for 10 years. This theatrics, this rhetoric, this rhyming, this childish poetry, they've been doing it for 10 years and frankly, no one buys it. What good team are they talking about? They have 0 seats in the Lok Sabha. Bhagwant Mann himself lost his Sangrur seat a few months ago. And look, if they feel this was political vendetta, they had all the time in the world to approach the Supreme Court for violation of fundamental rights. They had all the time in the world to file for an anticipatory bail because they believe that there are no charges, there is no corruption scam. Prithvi, if you look in hindsight, the biggest confession of the scam came from the Aam Aadmi Party itself. The day they decided to withdraw the liquor policy after an investigation was ordered. Now today the CBI has confronted Manish Sisodia with evidence. He was unable to answer it in a credible fashion. He's been arrested. And that is what Arvind Kejriwal has said on a television show a few months ago, that if you indeed have evidence, ask the SBI to investigate.
Okay. Well, Mr. Bhushan, you know the arrest will be scrutinized tomorrow. The arrest will be scrutinized tomorrow. He will be produced before the court. You know, proper procedure will be followed. Everything's going to be followed as per protocol. क्रांतिकारी शिक्षा मंत्री कहीं जा नहीं रहे सर. मिस्टर भूषण, अगर वो गिल्टी नहीं है, अगर उनके खिलाफ इनफ सबूत नहीं है, प्रूफ नहीं है, he'll be back.
They keep asking court to extend the jail period. That's what they are doing with Satyendra Jain. And allegation on Satyendra Jain was about just some 3.75 crores. Imagine 12 years back during the Anna Hazare movement, there were allegations about 1 lakh crores, 40,000 crores, coal scam, 2G scam and all. From there, we came to a position where just to win votes, releasing jail videos and eating Kira and also eating tomato.
Up until levelling charges against the BJP, saying that it's the BJP misusing CBI, ED, all of that is one thing, but we can't take away the fact that Satyendra Jain has practically not found any relief from the court's end. Sanju Verma.
You know, Prithvi, I think
one thing, it is about the liquor scam. I just want to quote one thing. There was unaccountable 10 to 15,000 crore every year revenue generated through black and these cartels in Gujarat itself.
You know, can
30
you
years
please
rule of
Okay, no,
BJP in
we'll go to Gujarat later, sir.
about
But
the
you know,
black-
this matter is being spoken of since August,
May I
September,
finish?
October last year.
this is about
We as Delhiites really want to settle this issue once and for all. So let's focus on Delhi for now. Sanju Verma.
Corruption, growth.
You know, this man has to stop. Thank you. Okay. You know, Prithvi, let's be very clear. As recently as 5th January 2023, Satyendra Jain approached the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court refused to expeditiously hear his petition. He had challenged the Delhi High Court, which continues to not give him any reprieve or relief. So if you're saying Satyendra Jain is Raja Harish Chandra incarnate, you're actually casting aspersions on the bona fides of the Delhi High Court and the Supreme Court. Now coming to the present case, let's be very clear. Manish Sisodia has been asked by the CBI and umpteen times, on various press conferences by concerned stakeholders. Did you violate, you as the head of the excise ministry of the Delhi government, did you violate the GNCTD Act of 1991? The answer is yes. Did you violate the transaction of business rules of 1993? The answer is yes. Did you violate the Delhi Excise Act of 2009? The answer is yes. Did you violate the Delhi Excise rules of 2010? The answer is yes. Now, when you have, with mala fide intent, violated various rules and regulations, you have no moral or political credibility to now start whining, sulking, raving, ranting and saying vendetta. क्या वेंडेटा? You were saying हम तो गुजरात में सरकार बनाएंगे.
If
You were reduced to a
Manish
measly
Sisodia or
5
Satyendraj
seats.
Jain did-
You said हम
There
गोवा
are a
जीतेंगे.
series
You
of
said we have
allegations.
joined-
Sanju Verma, the fact is there are a series of allegations. The CBI says they did not find answers. Hold on, everyone. The CBI in the official press note, and we're just going to stick by that, says we did not find answers to certain questions that we put out to Manish Sisodia in October last year, and that's why we wanted to question him. We wanted to question him with regards to several statements, including that of C. Arvind, which, by the way, is very important, and we broke down all of those details. Those answers have not been given. Ms. Huda Zariwala, if those answers have not been given, and if we were to believe in what CBI is saying at the moment, he remained non-cooperative, and that's why the CBI has arrested him. Tomorrow, the arrest will be scrutinized. So let's hold on. Why are we making such a big deal out of it? Huda Zariwala.
It is absolutely a big deal. The BJP has been nothing but proven its malified intention again and again on the Aam Aadmi Party. Let's talk about facts. Let's talk about the Delhi education policy. Let's talk about the lakhs of students that have benefited from the Aam Aadmi Party.
Nobody's denying that. But,
Hello, am I
but why
audible?
are we talking about him as the education minister, as the one who holds the financial portfolio, as school banane wale ko jail bhej diya, jabki the case is something else. This is with regards to his role in framing the Delhi excise policy. Gentlemen and ladies, we'll have to quickly head into a very short break. Stay on with us. It's a fast developing story. We continue to track the latest from on ground. Heading into a very short break for now.